Hi everyone, good afternoon. TSI and MSM welcomes you to our Agent E-Training Live 2020. I would like to thank you all for joining us today. My name is Zarna Pansuria and I'm Manager Europe at MSM. I will be your moderator for today's webinar. In today's e-training session, we are going to talk about admissions process of Transport and Telecommunication Institute, TSI, and visa process for Latvia. I am pleased to introduce today's presenter, Maria Bermisova. Maria is a senior sales specialist at TSI admissions team. Welcome, Maria, and thank you for joining in this webinar today. The instruction about...
Sorry.
That's okay. So the instructions about this webinar platform will be posted in the chat box, and we'll also post our some relevant links and the email IDs in the chat box for all of you. And at the end of the presentation, we will have time for question and answer. So I suggest all of you to type your questions in the Q&A section in your control panel. So without further ado, let's start with the presentation. Over to you, Maria.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm happy to introduce TSI for you, and I will be happy to explain you our admission procedures for getting visa and start to study in Latvia. And this is me. My name is Maria, and I'm working in TSI. We are here, of course, you know, free, but this picture can also help you the situation with COVID. I'm sorry, I have to speak about it also during this situation, during this period, because this is very important thing for all of us. And if to show you the situation, we are in the middle of Europe, and we are keeping very good situation with COVID till today. We have only 1,500 people who are cases altogether. At the moment, we have not more than 200 active cases. And it means that we have the better place in Europe in this situation. It means that for our students, it will not be it will be safety place where they have to go and where they can study and prolong studies. We hope they will keep the situation next. And for today, for all our students who are arriving to Latvia, they have to keep 2-week self-isolation. And they have to stay at home in their dormitories, and only after that they are joining the studies. We have full-time studies. All lessons we have in campus. It means that everything is working, and really we are expecting students from other countries. And for people who cannot arrive now to the full-time studies in campus, we can advise to start studies from this semester as mixed learning format. It will be a full-time agreement, but the studies will be from home first semester. It means that they will have they will have the schedule. They will have the time when they have to be shared with the lectures. And it means that students will keep their studies form during the online, but it will not be as a distance learning. It will be a mixed learning. It will be like a mixed learning. It is like a mixture of face-to-face education and through the computer. It means that the our students will have private and close contact with the teachers. The scheduled studies will be, and it's mean that the students cannot make self-control, but university will control their time to be a successful student. Of course, it's time and money saving during this half year to study in Latvia, but to stay at home. And we advise to students to start now from September, and we have a little bit time for this. And first semester at home, and they prolong these studies in campus from second semester. Also, we have winter intake, and students can come for two winter intake and can study the programs also from winter intake. And we hope it will be available as full-time studies also. Here I can show you the programs what students can choose for bachelor degree and for a master degree. Here you can see this bachelor degree programs. Here you can see the duration of the program for full time and the prices for Turkey region and for India, Vietnam, and Jordania region. We have at the moment we have these separate prices, and please be informed about it. And for all students at the moment, we are keeping the deposit, and the deposit is the same as tuition fee, 1 year tuition fee. And this deposit will cover last year of studies. It means that for till arriving, students will pay first year money and last year money. And after the arriving, they will pay only for second and third semester, year, and the last year will be covered from that deposit. For all students who want to join TSI, we have entrance tests. It's dependent also from the program. All students has to pay online tests. It will be English test and math. For robotic program, we have also physics, and aviation program, we have English and physics test. And for logistic program, we have only English test, which will be available all online. And for all students, for bachelor and for master studies, will be the Skype or online interview, which will be recorded. It's also needed and has to be done for students. This is for bachelor program. This is bachelor program. For master program, we don't have any entrance test. We have only online interview. And the price is a little bit, also we have two kind of prices, and you can see it here. Also, we have one PhD program. And this is the same for master degree. Students will pay double first year and last year tuition fee, depend on the region. And about also for all students who are going to bachelor or master degree, they have to have IELTS, TOEFL, or other international English knowledge certificate, or they have to have a paper from the university or from the school that the previous education were in English, or IELTS, or TOEFL, or it has to be the document from university. This is our rules. Entrance test is our rules, university's rule. But this certificate or MOI, it is government rule, and of course, embassies can ask some of this document from the student. And if students will not have this document, we are also this year, and for the winter intake, it's possible to pass the very similar test of IELTS or TOEFL in university. It will be also online test, where students will get TSI certificate, and this certificate they can use during the appointment in embassy too. But about this we will speak later, but this is new rule what we have at the moment. And speaking about admission process, it's not very very hard, but it's can take from 3 till 6 months. It will be depend of the situation, and from the also it will be depend of the time, how long we will wait some documents or how long we will wait some payments. The basic steps are to to submit application to the system, to upload documents, and to pay registration fee. It can take still 2 weeks. Everything is depend from how long student will pay this registration fee. If he will pay faster, the process will be finished faster. If students will pay in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, in 4 weeks, it will also make this process more longer. After the registration fee will be paid, we will prepare entrance tests and online interview for students. Also, we will send the uploaded documents, we will send to verification in our academic center. This is a government institution, and this government institution checking documents till 30 working days. It is a very long process. This process is very long because of the government institution work procedure, and and during this time, it's almost 1 month. During this time, we very advise for students and for companies to choose an accommodation in Riga, because you have a time 1 month to understand where students can live, and how much they have to pay during this time to accommodation. After the documents will be verified, and we will receive a document from AIC, it is Academic Information Center. After it will be completed, we are sending to agencies the agreement and tuition and deposit fees invoices. Student has to receive this agreement, to sign it, and to give to agency. Agency scanned these documents and putting to the system. After registration fee will be after tuition fee will be paid and agreement will be signed, we will receive it. We are starting invitation process. Later, invitation will be received. Student going to embassy, taking visa, and arriving to Latvia for studies. This is a very short step-by-step process. Now I explain you each region processes, how the students and how agencies have to work with our students. Here I would like to show you our registration fee. A registration fee costs €200. It is the sum where it's included the registration in the system. We are checking documents. Firstly, students will be registered in the system and all documents will be uploaded. Then what we are doing with this money? This money is going to prepare entrance test, to prepare online interview, and this money is going to document verification to AIC center, academic center. They have to pay for this. Also, we are preparing invitation. For invitation also we have to pay. After students will arrive, we are meeting students in airport. We are preparing transfer for students. This money is going to medical check and X-ray for students when they will arrive in Riga. And also, this money will cover student first year of insurance, and this insurance is needed to get this residence permit. This why this sum is going for these expenses, and this money, this registration fee is not refundable. And the process for students from India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and a little bit Vietnam, it will be very, very similar. And first step, it is to submit application in the STI system, in our system, and to upload documents. Passport, education documents, it is 12th year classes documents with mark sheet, the passport, if you have some additional education, some bachelor, it has to be uploaded there. Next step, we are sending a registration fee invoice, and it has to be paid. Usually, to pay invoices, it's given 10 days. This is why we hope to pass this step during 2 weeks. Next step, when the registration fee will be paid, we are sending entrance tests and online interview time, and also sending document to verification. It, as I told, it can take 45 working days, it was more than 1 month. During this period, students choose where he or she, sorry, it's good, where he or she will live. We advise, we have agreement with Czech Republic, and we have agreement with Riga apartment companies who can give to our students the places. Usually, the price for these places is 200 euro per month. A little bit later, I will show you how it's working. And during this time, student and agency also we have 45 working days while documents are checking in the academic center. Student has to go and to get all apostilles for the documents. Education documents, police clearance, all documents has to have apostille from the ministries. This is very important step for students while they are in India or in other countries. When this step will be passed, and after 45 working days, we will receive academic verification. We are going to next step, and we are sending the invoice for tuition fee, and it will a deposit. This money has to be paid directly to TCI account, from student to TCI account, and also we are sending study agreement. We will upload PDF document, and it has to be signed by student, scanned with good quality, and put it again to the system back. When we will receive all documents, we will receive tuition fee and deposit fee payment, we will receive scanned document, signed agreement. We are starting to prepare invitation. To prepare invitation, it needs around some 1 week, and we are preparing invitation, and we are sending to agencies the number of invitation. With the number of invitation, a student has to open the electronic system of embassies. It can be VFS Global, or it can be Indian New Delhi Embassy, Latvian Embassy in India, and the student has to make an appointment. To make appointment in our embassy, to have it's obligatory to have invitation number. Without invitation number, it's not allowed to make appointment in embassy. Usually students waiting the appointment during 1 month. It depends of the situation. It also depends of the line of the students who are submitting documents. And also, before to go to embassy with the document, students from India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, they have to send documents to Hello Verify company. It's an Indian company which also checking documents. It's double check of education documents. Without this check, without Hello Verified documents checking, embassy will not attend student. They will not allow to students to visit embassy without this document checking. It's very important step to in the admission procedure. After this document will be verified in Hello, education document will be verified in Hello Verify, and students will get appointment time. Students going to embassy and getting visa to Latvia. Sorry, a student getting visa. It will be D visa for 3 months. For 3 months, and before and the student during these 3 months has to arrive to Latvia and to receive residence permit. Then after the visa will be received, we are asking to upload this visa to the system again to see the terms, and later the students can book a ticket, and they have to go to Latvia. After arriving, they are coming to university. They are coming to Riga. Again, this situation asking to take self-isolation during 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, students can start their studies. During their studies, during these 3 months, is while the visa will be before visa will be terminated, a student has to receive a residence permit card. This is these steps for India and Sri Lanka. Uh, Again, I want to show you that the period can be more longer in case when students are not paying money on time. If students paying money on time and it's going faster way, and only the longer period for this admission process is taken for AIC document, Academic Information Center verified document. This is very long step. Other steps are really going very fast, and also after these steps, student has to wait the appointment in embassy or VFS Global. The very similar steps are for Turkey. And only the same steps. Only you can see that we don't have Hello Verify here. It means that students cannot from Turkey, citizens from Turkey, they cannot go to Hello Verify. They're going directly with documents to embassy, getting a visa with 3 months visa to Latvia, arriving to Latvia and starting their studies and starting the process to receive residence permit. The same admission system uploading documents, paying registration fee, passing entrance tests, checking document. This is 45 days, choosing Czech Republic or Riga apartment or other accommodation in Riga, getting apostilles for all documents from ministries from Turkey. This is a local ministries, paying tuition fee, getting appointment in the embassy, taking visa and arriving to Latvia. A little bit other situation is with Jordania. Jordania is a country with double check. It means that students from Jordania, they are not taking a visa, they are taking a residence permit before to arrive to Riga. It's more longer process because students firstly going the same steps with second steps are the same, and starting from these steps, we can see that students paying tuition fee, receive invitation and making appointment in Latvian embassy. And here, Jordanian students have to go to Cairo embassy. to Latvian embassy in Cairo to get this residence permit and to get a visa to Latvia. It means that from students from Jordania, they have to visit Cairo, Egypt. They're going to, they're submitting documents for residence permit to Cairo. Cairo is checking the documents, and after 30 days they are giving the decision for residence permit taken, and after the decision will be positive, they are getting visa, 1 month visa, and only after this they are going to Latvia. These steps going more longer because one plus additional 1 month they have to stay at home and wait the decision. After the decision will be received, students going to get a visa and starting to fly to book a flight and to arrive for studies to Latvia. This is differences between India, Turkey. Again, I will tell you because the Jordania is double check country, and for visa taking, they firstly have to receive a residence permit in their country, and later they can only arrive to Latvia. And what I also wanted to tell you that we have also distance learning at the moment, and for distance learning program, we don't have this kind of steps. The distance learning became very easy for students to be an European student, but not make this very how to say this very long steps to arrive to Latvia. They can only start to studies outside of Latvia, but to arrive later and to become to receive a diploma. If you will have questions later about distance studies, I will be glad to explain you. And for distance studies, it's very easy to get the studies 2-3 months. Comparing with full-time studies, it was 6 months to start studies. The longer period is to receive AIC verified documents, but after the receiving these documents, students can start studies online and not arrive to Riga. And later, after a period of the studies, students can arrive and get diploma and join the graduation ceremony in Latvia only one time after after all time of studies. Uh, about living costs. For all students who are arriving to Latvia, they have to have bank statement for 5,200 euro, not less. It can be the similar in your currency money, but to counting to euro, it has to be 5,200 euro. How we are getting this sum? This is a government rule which show that the minimum of the living expenses we have 430 euro per month. If we will count 430 euro per 12 months, we will get 5,200 euro. This money has to be in the student bank account with the student card. And this money is going to dormitories. Dormitories can be from 150 euro, but usually 200 euro. It's going to monthly ticket for public transport For our students, it's 16 euro, and students can use any public transport anytime during 1 month. Buses, trams, trolleybus, they can use it, and they can move from one Riga part to other Riga part without any limitation. For food, usually it's going to be spent around 200 euro. It's all together with the food, with telephone additional, maybe some clothes. Of course, it depends of what students used to eat and to do. Some entertainment and some hobby. It can be also around 50 euro per month. It's also depend of how active is student. Yeah, because to go to the cinema, the ticket cost is around 7 euro. Uh, to go into museum, it's around also from 3 to 7 euro. But we have time. We have some special days when students can get discount till the 50% per some tickets, some cinema or some museums, and students can use these possibilities, and of course they can this money, this 430 euro per month will be enough for students to spend 1 month in Latvia. And about our dormitories, we can advise you some of them. It's Duck Republic, sorry, it's Duck Republic, and the Riga apartment. We have agreements with these companies, and they can give quality rooms for our students. The students are living in modern. This is Duck Republic rooms. They are living in modern rooms. Two people in one room, and what is necessary is in the room. The toilet and the douche is in the room. Only the kitchen is one on the floor. This building is opposite our university, and Riga apartment is in the center of Riga. It's like around 20 minutes from university by the transport, but it's also very comfortable for people who want to live in the center, not in the some close to university, for example. And for residence permit, students who are coming from India, Sri Lanka, from Turkey, from Vietnam, they are coming to Latvia with 3 months D visa, and here they are submitting documents to get residence permit. To get residence permit, they have to submit all their educational documents. All documents has to be taken from the country, or it has to be original documents, and additional, as I told, bank statement and police clearance has to be prepared. And to submit documents, students need to pay 70 euro to get residence permit for 30 calendar days. Usually, it's enough for students to submit and to get residence permit. After residence permit, we are waiting 30 days, 1 month. After it, students, after the positive decision of residence permit getting, students can receive ID card. ID card costs from 14 till 28 euro, and we are of course helping to students to get it and to prepare documents which are necessary to get this document. And for all students who are getting a residence permit card, for bachelor students, it's allowed to work in Latvia, and for bachelor students, it's allowed to work 20 hours per week. It's half day work. For master students, it's allowed to work full day, 40 hours per week. It means that all students, after receiving residence permit card, they can start to find some job here in Latvia and to start to get money for their living or for their own money for themselves. And what to have to say again? What this is our as this is our admission system. I think you know how it's working, and I only want to introduce you this system and to show you that it's very easy to work with it. To submit documents of students to our system, you have to open this system and to put your email and to pass your email and to pass your password. This email and password we are giving to our agency, and students can you are entering to the system and add application. Press button add application, and then you can start to submit documents about information about student. Only I'm very asking you to not press this button if you don't have student, because we have a lot of yeah, how to say, a lot of not filled application. You will see the form, and here you have to fill all these field as title, first name, and citizenship, country of place, and country of residence. All information has to be filled in all this form, and after this you are saving the application, and we can receive the documents from the student. Also, we have a part here as application communication. Here in communication, you can leave message to university. My colleagues or me, we are checking the application, students' messages and students' information, and also here we can check a message from agency. Sorry, check message from agencies. What you want to say, or maybe we have to wait some documents. Maybe you are asking some questions, you don't understand what to do. With this student, or for example, some step is going very long or something else, you can also pass the message here, and also you can upload some documents here. You can see, and we are receiving it in communication. We are answering you also. Here will be some statuses what we are also using for our students during the admission procedure. We have some statuses which you can see in the system. It means that if you see some of these status, it shows the step where this student is. For example, submitting new application, you can see the status pending. Later, if we are checked this document, we are putting status conditional, and we are sending the invoice for registration fee. When registration fee will be received and we are checking the documents are received, we are changing status to exam required. You can see that your student is with status exam required. It means that we are sending an entrance test, and we are sending documents to verification. We are checking documents at the moment. When documents from AIC verified, we are changing status to admission. Exams were passed, document verified, and we send tuition fee and deposit invoices and agreement in the system. When tuition fee, deposit, and agreement will be received, we are changing status to invitation, and we are preparing we are preparing invitation. We are preparing all documents to submit this to going. We are sending back to student and. Applicant going to embassy and waiting while the visa will be received. After student will arrive to Riga, will change the status. I'm really sorry. We are changing status to student enrolled or arrived. The status will be also changed. You will see when student will be arrived to Riga. If you don't see this status, it means it means the students are not coming to Riga or not arrived still. Also, we have additional statuses and info required, application cancelled or admission rejected. This also you can see what's happening, and of course, if you have questions, you can send it to the message box to us. With this, I can complete my presentation with about the admission process, and thank you for attention. And I'm ready to hear questions and to give an answers. And of course, uh, what I have to show you, I don't know. I will show you this picture. Just a moment.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you for
Yeah.
such an informative presentation. So I see there are a lot of questions coming in from the audience. I think we can answer the questions one by one. So I'll read out the questions to you, and then you can help me with answering the questions.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm ready.
So there is surprisingly, there are a couple of students as well who have already applied to TSI, and they want to know a couple of things like if the borders of Latvia for international students are open, or it might be open for January intake students.
Yeah. A student can now, sorry. For example, if students are not ready to start studies now, we can advise to start to upload documents for winter intake. Winter intake is open now, and students can be entered to the system now and start their studies in February. We have February to start with. For winter intake, we start studies in February.
Okay. And then that will be face-to-face learning and not online. Like that won't be distance learning.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry again.
So in the winter intake, the intake is going to be face-to-face, and it won't be online. Like the students will come to Latvia for studies.
We hope that it will be full studies. We hope it will be full studies, but everything is dependent of the situation in the world. We will try to follow the situation, and if we will see that students cannot arrive, yeah, but they not haven't arrived for summer semester and they cannot arrive for winter semester. Of course, we will try to do some more, and of course we will try to advise to start from as online. Maybe not distance, but online learning. Yeah, it will be depend on the situation in the world, in the countries where students will come from.
Of course, that's understandable. So there is one more question that says, are there any post-study work visa options available for international students?
Work visa.
Oh yes, after completion of the studies, can students stay
Yeah,
there for working?
I understood. Yeah, for usually Latvia don't give these possibilities to work after the studies with that study visa. For bachelor degree, after they will get diploma, they have additional 4 months to apply documents for master degree usually. And for master degree, they have 9 months after the studies to complete their project, to complete their work. But usually all our students are working during their studies. And if they are studying and they are working good, and employer want to leave them to study till some period, usually after the studies they going to employer and the company giving work permit visa. They change visa. and students can stay like this. But Latvian government don't give any additional time to work on visa, student visa.
So it basically depends on the student how good they are with their current employer when they work part time.
Yeah, usually active student, very active student. We have also good students from India who are during the studies getting the job in the companies,
Mm-hmm.
and the company very satisfied with the student and ready to leave him to stay some additional period. It is also good for students to get experience. While they are studying, they are getting also experience to work in the companies, and of course, it will be a plus for students if they will work during their studies. Not full time, but a little bit, but it will be also good for students. Sorry.
Okay. So the next question is, when we say this in the step 2 in the current slide, that students can choose accommodation. So the question is how a student can choose accommodation when he is not in Riga. Can we assist them in finding accommodation?
Usually, we are giving here. We are giving these contacts.
Yes.
We are giving contacts to agencies, and students can make a reservation by themselves. They are writing to this accommodation that they are going to arrive. For example, in November. Not They can understand that faster than November they cannot arrive. They are writing to their company to this dormitory that I'm planning to arrive from November. Please make reservation, and they make a reservation for this period. From this period till some, for example, some. I'm I'm really sorry. And usually students doing by themselves, because sometimes it's hard to be on the middle between the student and some hotel, and it's more easy for students to make contact with dermator directly. It depends on the prices, or I'm really sorry. It depends on the prices and the situation, how students is ready to live there, or how much money it's ready to pay, how long he will stay. It's better to speak directly with the accommodation. I'm really sorry. Really,
It's
really
okay.
sorry.
Have some water. We can pause for 1 or 2 minutes. That's okay.
It's okay.
All right. So I see there are tons of questions rolling in, but we have like last 10 minutes before we can end the session. So I'll try and find like, like some questions that we should discuss online. So this one is related to the visa process. So does the fund needs to be mature for submitting the visa? If so, how many months old fund is required?
To submit the visa, and I
Yes.
understood the question. After this process will be finished, yeah, 45 days, students will pay money for tuition fee.
Okay.
And this period also is very long sometimes, because after the all documents and tests will be passed, usually students are not ready to pay the tuition fee at the moment, and sometimes they are paying for after some long period. But Usually, at the moment, we are giving invitation during 7 days after the payment will be received, and after this invitation, students go to embassy. As we can know that at the moment there are a line with the students who are getting appointment, and usually it's better to connect with embassy directly because. At the moment, it's very what a hard situation, and as we know, only 20 person can take appointment per day, and usually it's taking 30 days. Usually it's taking 30 days to get visa in embassy. Now we don't know. At the moment, we are expecting that it also can be the same period, but maybe a little bit longer.
Okay. So the question it is for the financial documents. So we said in the presentation that students should have some amount in their bank account to show that they have sufficient funds to live in Riga, to survive
Yeah.
in Latvia. So is there any requirement that how old that fund should be, that money? Like, do they have to maintain that money for 1 month, 2 months? Is there any requirement like that, or it can be just 1 or 2 days old?
Yeah, I will try to check that slide. Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, this one.
the documents here. Sorry, I will check this one. The bank, we have to have bank statement for 5,200 euro.
Okay.
Bank statement for 5,200 euro. This money is living money per year.
They should
This
maintain this for 3 months and
and
then submit.
And this statement is valid only 3 months. This statement we advise to take before to go to Latvia, before to depart from India or from other countries. 2 weeks or 1 week before they are going to fly, because it's validation. It's very short period. Yeah, and this money, if student has their own account, it is very good because it will be written that it is his own account, he has bank card and something like this. If students don't have their own account but has parents account, for example, it means that parents making additional bank account for the student and making bank card for this account, like a parents account, and here is a little bit some his account, but additional account for the student. And on this account has to be money as 5,200 euro, and bank card has to be on the student name.
Okay.
Yeah. Additional documents, it is the police statement or police clearance, and this is valid 6 months. Police clearance is valid 6 months.
Okay.
Also, yeah,
It's okay. It's okay. Go on.
yeah, it's okay. Okay, let's start. Next question.
No, so there were 2, 3 questions related to that, so we can skip all those questions because you have answered almost all of them.
Okay.
So there is one question related to the part-time work. So I think I can answer this question for you. How many hours students can work during their studies? So bachelor students can work for 20 hours per week, and master students can work 40 hours per week.
Okay, yeah, right,
So like
right.
master students can work full time, and for the bachelor students, it is part-time work they can do while they are studying.
Right, right. Usually it is for some students who just arrived or just start their work experience. Usually it is work, it is job in the shops, in the restaurants, in the cafes, in the call centers. Also, it can be job. Yeah, but for the students who are studying in third or fourth course and the third 4 years are working living here. Usually they are finding they can find a job by how to say close to their specialization. Usually, if they are working in aviation, they can go and work in an aviation company. If they are studying logistics, they can find the job in logistic company. It's also available. And we are very advised to students when they arrive to Latvia to start study additional language. English, of course, and some Latvian language and Russian language can be studied here. It will be like plus for the students to find the job here. Not only English is good to know, but it's better to know also additional language here.
Yeah, of course, that is always helpful. So, okay. So the next question, again, I can answer this for you. So all tuition fees before visa or after visa. So before visa, students pay 1 year tuition fees and the deposit fee. The deposit fees is equal to 1 year tuition fee, which is for the last year. So technically, student is paying first year tuition fees and last year tuition fees.
Right, right.
Right?
And this tuition, this fees have to be paid before invitation.
Yeah.
Before
Once we
invitation.
receive the tuition fees and the deposit fees, then only we can issue the invitation letter that can be used for the visa process.
Right, right. In case student will get visa rejection, the tuition fee and deposit is refundable, are refundable money.
Right. Okay. So there is one question that says, do we accept dependent visas? So if the student is married and wants to come with spouse, is there any possibility for like that cases in Latvia?
If students want to get to take the second part or second is a part, right? With the
So
family, like
if the student is married and wants to come to Latvia with a spouse, so like with a dependent, is it possible that they can apply for the visa with a dependent, or they must come alone?
if the second part, the husband or the wife want to study, they can study together. It will be more easy, of course, and maybe they also have to a discount for the studies. But if only one student is going to arrive for studies, after he will or she will receive the residence permit, she or he can make an invitation for the second part to arrive to Riga.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that it will be a long period. Usually, it is short period to arrive for some visiting or some traveling. Yeah, but to stay there, it is under the person who will come. But usually, it's not long period for staying. Yeah, or they have to come both and both study, for example. Yeah, it can be like
All right. Okay.
if
All
they
right.
if he want to invite the person for living, yeah, wife or husband, it means that this person who has residence permit, the student, they have to have on the bank account. They have to understand who will pay for this person, while how this
Right.
person will get money, and it means that they will double this money, this bank statement. Yeah, it will be more if it is possibility, if student will have possibility, of course. But usually, if the no such possibilities, it will be very complicated to invite second person only to live. If to study and to live together, it's okay. It can be. It can be also discount some for the second part of family.
Okay. Okay. So we said that if the visa gets rejected, we refund the tuition fees and the deposit fees. How long does it usually take for students to get the tuition fees back? Like, what is the turnaround time for the refund?
Usually, if all documents are completed good and right, it can take till 45 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. It takes for 45 days. But when student will receive visa rejection, he or she has to write the refund form, to complete refund form correctly, and to show the bank details where money come to where from money come to TSI account. He
Right.
paid from bank account, and he has to show the same bank account details. And then we are checking documents, we are checking payment, we are checking this, and after we will receive positive decision of that everything, yes, we can refund money. We will do it. Usually it is 45 days. Yeah, 45.
Okay. All right. I think I will just take the last question because I think we are already past the time. Other questions I can collect from the audience, and then I can email you if I see any more questions that I might not be able to answer, and then we can take it like that. The last question is: AIC is needed for visa purpose, or it is only the university's requirement?
This is for visa. It's also for visa. You sometimes usually we are preparing all documents this AIC, and only then we are inviting students to be sure that everything really is good. Because sometimes, yes, it's people can receive visa and arrive, but if AIC will tell that admit this person, or he cannot study in that program, for example, choose the master degree or something, we will say, sorry, you cannot study here, or sorry, something happened, but he is a legal, he spent money, he spent time, but he cannot prolong studies. And this is why we are waiting this AIC, and only then we are giving the invitation. We have to be sure that everything is okay with the student.
No, of course, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. I see still there are the questions coming in, but like unfortunately we are out of time for this webinar. But rest assured, we will respond to all of your queries and send them to your respective email addresses after the session. So I hope all of you have enjoyed our exclusive webinar, and we hope that this webinar or this session was informative and you took some learning out of the session. So thank you all for participating in this webinar. So before we close, Maria, do you have anything else to add to whatever we have discussed?
I want to say that we are waiting students. We are ready to give them education, or it will be all firstly online, but then to prolong in the campus. But we would like to say that we are giving possibility to not lost the time and to start studies. It means that we are waiting or mixed it or full time, but we will be ready to help and to really to help to agencies and to students to arrive and to get European education.
Of course. So, like before we close the session, I would want to remind everyone that we are going to be live again on Wednesday to talk about double degree in computer science, which we offer in partnership with UV, which is University of the West of England, Bristol. It is like our newest partnership, and it is going to be very exciting to learn about how double degree with CSI and UV works. So I hope all of you can join us again on Wednesday at the same time, which is 16th September. So thank you all. Thank you very much. Stay safe and take care.
Thank you and take care and be healthy.